former member of the Southern Poverty Law Center, a group that is accused of funding the same hate groups that it told and she told people they were fighting. In a new superseding indictment, Heidi Beirich, the one you saw there on your screen, the group's former chief financial officer, is now charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. According to the indictment, the SPLC hid from donors the fact that a portion of their donated funds was being secretly used to support extremist groups and to fund their violent, racist, and extremist activities. It goes on to explain how one employee, believed to be Beirich, was also in a romantic relationship with one of the paid informants. During this relationship, that employee and that informant shared a house and 2 bank accounts. Beirich's attorney claims the entire case is, a political ploy.
We think these charges are politically motivated. She has dedicated her life to fighting the KKK, neo-Nazi groups, extremists, and for all of that life's work, we're all safer. We're all better as a community. It is not just ironic, but terrible that for this work, she's being indicted by the current Department of Justice.
All right, so that spiel could have maybe worked on some wayward juror, but believe me, the funding was happening from her.
I don't think the 4 of you know that I am your agent, so I just put in an offer for the book rights and the movie rights for this ridiculous story because you couldn't actually make it up. What's most troubling to me as a business person is the CFO isn't the only person that needs to be held responsible. The entire organization, whoever's running the organization, and the board to not understand where all the money went. The ability to deceive people, the ability to change documents is troubling. I understand that they were funding informants. I'm not bothered by that. I want to know where my money went. I want to know what it was spent for, and I want to make sure it's not in your pocket.
Right. And to your point, it's really difficult to make this up, but I find so exhausting the immediate knee-jerk reaction of this is political, she spent her life fighting. I mean, just, it's all alleged at this point, but it's pretty shocking, and it seems that there's massive amounts of evidence.
Well, you need people who will blindly follow. I mean, and the SPLC was at one point actually, had its bona fides in battling hate. It's just that somewhere along the way, and probably a lot more recent than we know, and in bigger amounts that we know, I'm sure they're still looking into this, they lost their way, and now it is really bad. Not only for the donors, but think about the people who actually needed the help. And what this does when you say there's a hate crime perpetrated against me or someone in my community, and these people say they're going to come to help, but they don't. They just want to exploit the situation.
They fund it.
Yeah,
they actually fund it.
They incite it and they fund it. So I wanted to point this out, though, because the White House put this out a little while ago. It went live. It's called a new friendly neighborhood fraud tracker, tracking all the fraud that we've webbed up. And if you go to whitehouse.gov/fraud/map, I think we have a picture of it there. That's not live because it's hard to capture it live for TV. But if you click on the link, it's active right now. And you get to see where they're doing this. Emily, this is huge. This is something that every American should, care about. Because of the money, yes, but with the SPLC, they weren't real in what they were supposed to be doing. And that was keeping Americans safe.
Yeah, and detailing the amount that these donations, we can pop them back on the screen too, of where they were accused of funneling the money from. Maybe we should have known, because the more everyone donated and the more time went by, according to them, the more it was the biggest threat to us possible were the things they were pretending to fight.
Those are some astounding numbers on the screen right there, Emily. They've got a market value valued at $14 million. By the end of all of this and this court case, it's going to be zero. This is going to put them out of business because they're going to get sued to kingdom come by these donors. They were bringing in, believe it or not, $130 to $200 million per year in donations. That's a lot of cash, okay? Where did that go, to your point? You know what? Sorry, folks, but bank records and accounts and all that can all be opened up and tracked, and that's where she got caught. And remember, what was the original reason that this center was established? It was to education, advocacy, to stop civil rights litigation. Well, if I'm out there and I'm worried about my civil rights, that center certainly didn't help me. All they did was funnel the cash to themselves. And I always say this, it always amazes me. Look, financial crimes are crimes against someone. This is a crime against the donors and probably the people that actually needed the help, but the center that never got it. Okay, that's one thing. The other is that this woman, if she's convicted, she faces decades in prison. Maybe it's going to be a nice white-collar prison, I don't know, but that's likely where she's going if she does get convicted.
Yeah. Well, white collar, she's used to that with those white supremacy groups, isn't she? You know, she was fighting Nazis with her baby maker, apparently. You know, but they needed more hate crimes. And the donor's money, like, if I'm a donor and I find out that my money is going to buying all the materials for cross burnings, there's no way of justifying that. You know, it's like, sure, it's one thing to have informants. They're not the FBI. They're not a law enforcement organization, but they tried to pretend like they were operating in the same way. But actually giving these hate groups the tools to perform more hate crimes, it's like Weight Watchers funding an all-you-can-eat buffet because they need more corpulent customers in order to keep their business afloat.
Perfect analogy.
But isn't the bigger issue trust? And whether it's in Minnesota or with Medi-Cal in California or something like this, people are now feeling that whether their money's going to the government or it's going to organizations like this, the trust has left the room. That's right. And that, for me, I think is a bigger challenge, that it has spreads like contagion. And then real organizations that do need the help don't get the money.
Hence the fraud tracker.
Yes, exactly. All right, guys, how much freedom is too much? Is there such a thing? The debate over free-range kids hitting a fever pitch. Should parents who give their children some slack face penalties? That's next. Hey everyone, I'm Emily Compango. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.